Do it for Greta. And once again. Welcome back to Farming with Family. I haven't really done much recording the last couple months because I've been picking up a lot of shifts working in town in the hospital since I'm also a nurse. So it hasn't really been a whole lot going on and haven't really hauled much grain, but today I'm going to get a few more bushels out of the bin. I got a corn bin I want to get emptied. So I'm getting the cart hooked up. The road limits got placed on the roads, so you're only allowed 6 ton per axle. So you can only haul around 60,000 pounds. So can't haul as much, but it's time to get some of it out. Normally you can do 80,000 pounds legally. So we're gonna make sure we're under the limits and weigh everything out, where before I can kind of estimate and be pretty close since you have a little more wiggle room, but definitely don't want to get a ticket for being overweight. So just getting this hooked up. We'll get the grain vat hooked up and we'll start getting some bushels out. Everything's all hooked up, scale's on. Made sure my auger spin. That tube up there, this auger, I had reflighted last year because it's probably the original one. It's getting weak. And then finally, right after harvest, I used it and it bent this top auger there down. So it's just too brittle, so I had it reflighted. It should be all good to go. Since I got to move some equipment down to the bin site, got 1 and 2 4-wheelers. But I don't have to walk back the quarter mile. That one's dropped off. And I'll take this one, pull it back here with the tractor. Got my tubes hooked up, back is in place. Time to go get the grain cart. Time to use the electric tarp. It's gonna be very nice having this, especially on those windy days when you want to get your tarp closed. Tractor is almost at 17,000 hours, but there's something I love about driving it. Okay, we're all lined up. Moving forward. Now I can just sit here and watch my scale. With the road limits on, I can haul, like I said, 60,000 pounds. My semi and trailer combined weigh right around 25,000, so I can only do about 35,000 pounds, where usually a full load on this grain cart is about 42, so a little bit slower, but what do? It got warmer earlier than it normally does, so road limits came on way earlier than anybody thought they would. Like that. Didn't take too long when the bin's nice and full. At full speed. Now we'll head home and get the semis over here. Line one up there, one over there. We'll get those filled up. We're unloading. Counting up at 36,000. Dusty. Now we'll take the 4-wheeler behind this semi. Okay, got 1 grain cart load on that truck. It's actually more around like 23,800 pounds, so I'm gonna put about another 2,000 on there. It'll still be legal. I'm gonna second load up to town. I'm gonna put a little bit more on this semi too, because I think that's a little bit on the light side. And then we'll get those two to town, and then I just have the bottom of the grain bin to clean out. So probably one more grain cart load, if that. Trucks are all topped off, ready to take both of them to town. Just put the tarp on this one. I'll take that one first, and then I'll come back and get this one. Then I'll finish cleaning out that bin over there. Well, this is how much corn I got left from 2023. Probably 500-600 bushels maybe. But I got to take off these little support pieces for the doorway. And then I can get in there. I'll work on getting that all cleaned out tomorrow. Getting everything buttoned up for the night and gonna head in pretty soon. Got quite a bit done today. Got 3 loads that were around 650 bushels each. So not big loads, but with the road limits, not much you can do about it. Do you need a ride? Well, it's the next day. I got the calves all sorted off last night and got to get them loaded in the trailer over here. We're going to take them up to the sale barn. Usually I would have them all butchered and processed and sell the meat myself, but out of freezer space right now, I need to spend some more time doing some marketing with my beef. But so these are going to go to the sale barn. One nice thing is that the price for cattle and feeder cattle is really good right now, so they should sell really good. But we'll get them loaded up and we'll be on our way. Come on guys, let's go. Come on, let's go. Boy, this could be easy. Come on, in you go, in you go, in you go. Come on, come on guys, come on, in you go. All right, now I need 2 hands. All right, they went on. I had to end up letting one of them off because I like to gate them, what we call it, where I put this middle gate right here up and close that, because otherwise there's enough room that they can walk from the front to the back, and your weight's always moving around. They each probably weigh about 1,300 pounds, so you know, almost 4,000 pounds going back and forth can make it hard to steer with your pickup. So I let this one off, got the gate closed. That weight will stay up here, his weight will stay back here, and be pretty evenly distributed. But the other cows are checking out what's going on. A little excitement, but we're gonna get on the road. And the best part of all, I didn't even get splattered with cow poop. Pulling out of the driveway, and looks like some buddies were not so fortunate this morning. I know there's a lot of deer that go back and forth between my trees. That buck's not gonna make it till next year. Well, I made it up here to the sale barn. If you want to see cattle, here's cattle. This is the traditional way my dad used to sell them. But when I took over the farm, I just figured I didn't have enough help to do it mostly by myself, plus raise crops and work as a nurse and raise a small family. So I decided to not keep all the cows back, but have a few of my own, so it's not quite so much work, but I still get to be a part of the ranching side of it. So I'll show you where my cows are. There's my 3 over there, hanging out. They say they should go good, bring good money today. I like this sale barn because it's got a nice catwalk. You can walk and look at all the different cows that are to be sold. Well, made it back from the sale barn. They got my 3 calves sold right away, and they actually brought pretty good price, so I was pretty happy with that. And now I'm back home, and if you remember that deer that got schmucked when I was leaving, I pulled that off and got that off the road. I drug it over in the tree so the coyotes can eat it, but it was a buck, and it still had one of its antlers on. But it's always nice to find the other antler and to track down where it's at, because if that goes in your tractor tire, it's no bueno. Could be a couple grand repair. So got him off the road, put them over in the trees. Cows will have a good meal. I won't have antlers in my tires. Got my tube set up. This is what I got left in the bin to take out. See if I can fit it on the grain cart. It's about a little over a third full. So we will see. Well, that filled up faster than I thought, which is always nice. Oh, that's right up to the edge. Gonna get a whole lot full without shoveling. I still got some in there, so we'll put this on my semi there. See how much we have left. 38,000. That's closer to what we get on there with the combine when we're in the field. A little bit shaky, but that's the fastest way to unload the grain cart. The bin is all cleaned out. Got a lot fuller than I thought it would. Probably got about 30,000 pounds on there. Nice to have that cleaned out. Just one more bin of beans to sell at some point. If the markets come up, we'll see. But got the grain back folded up. Gonna take that in the tractor home, get that put away since it's gonna be a while until I use that again. We'll start getting stuff moved back home. Okay, getting everything moved home. My right-hand man is home from school. He's gonna help me move this four-wheeler, and the semi. Ready to make the long drive home? Yep. All right, back for another day. I got to give the cows, put some pour on. It's called ivermectin. I got to put that on them because every spring they start to kind of shed their coats and they start rubbing. You can see Meringue has some areas on her back where she's missing hair, but that's because when they get closer together over the winter time, they get like lice and different stuff, mites, that start making their hair rub off. So we put this stuff on. We just spray it on their backs, and then it helps kill all that stuff. It also takes care of different worms that they can have in their bodies, so it just kind of helps them inside and out. But it's just a spray, so it's pretty easy. This is the stuff that I use, but you can see it kills roundworms, grubs, lungworms, lice, mites, horn flies, and just get sprayed on their backs. So I put them in here. I'll let them out the door one by one. Then I can make sure they each get treated. And then they'll go out and get some grain. Dottie's gonna be our first volunteer because she's nice and easy going. So you just spray it on their back. Oh, a little bit more for her. Come here, Polly. Sorry, not Polly, Dottie. A little bit more for you. There you go. That's all it takes. Spice is next. My gun doesn't quite want to spring back properly, so I got to reload it. They each get about 60 mils. Sorry. Filming with one hand, spraying with the other. So they each get 2 of these. I have it dialed into 30 mils. Just goes right on their back. Hey guys, what are we doing?
Let's send traps for some raccoons.
Gonna see if we can catch raccoons or skunks or badgers. To what?
Sell them for $10.
Well, you get $10 if you catch them. And what does it help?
It helps.
So they don't get...
It helps other, like, animals that we shoot, like pheasants, geese, deer. We want to catch them because they will eat them else.
Yep, because when those birds are nesting, we like the pheasants. When the pheasants are nesting, they'll come and eat all the eggs if they find the nest. So we want to catch them before they kill the pheasants. So we're setting some traps. We'll see if we can catch something. Well, this is where I'm going to end the video, but a little excitement that we weren't really looking for. So Vaughn set some traps a few days ago trying to get raccoons, hopefully, or badgers. But we got something else. It's something that's black and white and smelly all over. Not what we were hoping for. We'll dispatch this thing and come back in a few days when it's aired out a little bit and get it out of the cage because I don't really feel like risking that right now. But anyways, thanks for watching. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll be back with more. Have a good day.